hide and seek games with your twin flame or your soulmates or your karmic partners. I'm sure they're not trying to play hide and seek with you. I'm sure they're right next to you. Twin flames, straightforward. Everybody has a higher self, right? If we have a higher self, there's also a self above that called the oversoul. I'll put it on the screen so you guys can understand. The universe wants to experience itself from different perspectives. It's almost like the universe is bored, but why not, right? Your soul tribe is from the oversoul. They also have their own higher selves, but we're all governed by the oversoul. So your twin flame within that oversoul group is somebody who's supposed to be the core foundation and just the same stream of consciousness, making the 7 chakras just light up if you were to come across them. A lot of magnetism, attraction with this person. Usually with soulmates and karmic partners, they're not always a romantic relationship because they can be platonic sometimes, but with twin flames there will always be a relationship, an intimate one. Twin flames can also be female, male, different age gaps, blah blah blah. The point that I'm trying to get across is that the same stream of consciousness is the only thing that makes them a twin flame. It is not me. Half of me is somewhere else. It is just stream of consciousness, and we're both individual bodies. Therefore, there's no such thing as half, which we really keep getting wrong in the media. We need to stop that. That's exactly why people keep thinking I'm not complete. I'm not done until I marry. Some people aren't even supposed to marry in this lifetime. It is not even a contract they've even signed. Anywho, so now we know what twin flames are. Soulmates, on the other hand, are completely different. Anything that vibrates at a frequency that you are currently vibrating at is a soulmate that can match you in a harmonious way, and that makes you feel warm. It's not like a twin flame where they're so similar, there's so many mirroring situations and you're constantly fighting. It's going to be a chaotic mess. It's a catalyst for a spiritual awakening, in my opinion. By the end of that twin flame situation that you have going on, you will be awakening. Happens usually with twin flame bonds situations is that you usually can't get away from them until the cycle is tied tight, until that major lesson is learned from both ends. They won't leave you alone. Even if you've learned the lesson, they won't leave you alone until they've also learned the lesson. So this is usually just self-love, and I know self-love is thrown around everywhere, and I've got so many videos on it on here as well. But self-love, guys, I don't know how many times I have to try and get people to just I get it, it's overused and it's too much, but goddamn, all of our problems would literally be solved if people love themselves. This Earth's low frequency is the only reason why the universe put us here, and the only reason why twin flames exist and all these other counterparts that we have as well, like karmic partners. Karmic partners, on the other hand, are like reptile people. They're the aliens that come onto this earth just to squash you down and make sure that you're not flourishing. So they're like a backhanded catalyst where they they can't even feel good for any accomplishment that you have. With karmic partners, by the way, like I said, they can be just platonic. So this means that evil friend that you have, that enemy, that annoying parent or auntie in the family. So these people are constantly around to just make sure that you are pushed down. By the way, there's no such thing as another soul trying to destroy another soul. But the bond that's created on this earth already, that these two streams of consciousness have, I don't want to get too complex, I actually want people to understand this. I'm going to say 2 souls that have come onto this planet, the planet's conditioned them in a certain way to the point where they repeat this karmic bond that's been recreated on Earth ages ago, Atlanta times, Egyptian times, just to break that bond. 2 souls contract themselves and tell each other, suppress me basically, and it is our role to break that karmic bond. They don't last long. It will be very traumatic, but it won't be traumatic in a way that is healing. It will be like the way twin flames are. You'll be faced with arguments and all that, but you can tell twin flames like love you at the end of the day. Like they wouldn't murder you. Yeah, it can get heated, but they wouldn't murder you. But I feel like karmic partners could go that far. Like there's no such thing as happiness in any... Okay, I'm just rambling on. Karmic partners exist platonically or not. It could be a mother, it could be a sister, it could be anybody. Explaining all of this now, it does not mean that we have to be single for life. Like, that is not what I'm saying. Single for life. Unfortunately, platonic or not, you'll be forced to evolve because there's so many blooming people on this planet continuously mirroring your experiences and, you know, triggering every little shadow that you have, every little feeling that you have about certain thing. So you don't really need twin flames or soulmates or karmic partners to come and make your life ascended. Some people are literally just destined to not do any of that and do something else, maybe engage in a lot of platonic relationships. Maybe they're a big figure and they don't really need a relationship to stand out and help themselves mentally, spiritually, physically, and ascend upwards, not downwards. To be honest, we don't know what up and down is anyway. With relationships, guys, as annoying as other human beings are, and trust me, I know this very well. Much as we want to keep saying that, relationships are the core catalysts. They are really what gets us. I mean, the goal isn't always to ascend. Sometimes it's okay to just chill on this earth. But as souls, we do kind of want to ascend and make this earth a lot more, you know, creative and improve things. So naturally, we're going to want to make things better. We are humans, humanitarians. We are the protectors of Earth as we are on Earth, Mother Nature, blah blah blah. So we can't avoid relationships, but we have to understand, just because a single relationship looks a certain way does not mean it is not helping you in any way. So when you come across somebody on the street, just because they're not saying anything doesn't mean they're not doing anything. Like, every relationship that you have with people, platonic or not, will help you improve in a certain way. And I get it, in spiritual sphere we always want to improve, but that's not what I'm saying. I'm just suggesting we should appreciate every relationship that we come across, because isolation will really halt your development. And that's why I'm saying this, because yeah, one, we need to understand that we need to be careful with who we choose, hence why we don't really want a karmic partner. But on the other hand, the only way we grow is through relationships. Be careful with who you choose, but make sure that you don't completely cut yourself off just because you're waiting for the right person, just because you're waiting for the twin flame. Take the opportunity to learn from different frequencies and you'll learn a lot. Isolation is killing our society. Social media is not helping anybody. And social media. How do I feel about dating apps? Honestly, I don't care. Do it. It doesn't really matter. You can enjoy your life on there. And social media is fine. But I really suggest finding somebody in a frequency that you are most highest in. So if you really enjoy the gym, go to the gym and find somebody there. If you really enjoy singing, go to a singer club. I don't know. If you really enjoy dancing, go to a club. And club's a bit questionable. I think the best way to find somebody is when you're in the highest frequency, doing something that you really enjoy and seeking for somebody in that area. Yeah, I get it. Dating apps can do that too, but they just feel a bit too like there's too many options, and people, you know what, do whatever you want. Like I said, relationships are amazing. Twin flames are cool. You should want to get involved with the twin flame, even though it's really chaotic and completely disastrous. It is not the worst idea. If anything, it's probably the best thing. And just like twin flames, you can use soulmates in that same way. Relationships are relationships. People are going to always point out something about you, and you just work through it. As long as you're on Earth, there'll always be something to work on. You're very unique. There's only one configuration of you to exact T, living in this specific body with a specific soul, stream of consciousness. Love yourself. That would really truly improve life. I'm gonna go now, and I really hope you enjoyed that. Please comment, like, and subscribe, Let me know what you think of twin flames. Have you ever encountered one? I think I have, but I'm not sure. So, au revoir. Keep having relationships. You need them for development.